How do we already have 2 thumbs up and I just hit the start? Wow, you guys are fast. Well, hello everybody. Let some people join in here. Ooh, sun's bright. I have to turn my hat forward. How's everybody doing? I'm not seeing anything in the chat yet. Oh boy, I'm pressing buttons. Oh, hi Henry. Nope, FBI agent, you're not the first, you're the second. There's always a big competition at the beginning of videos talking about, hey, I'm first. No, I'm first. No, I'm first. There'll be like 30 people saying they're first, but there's only one person who can actually be the first. So as you guys can tell by what's the word I'm looking for? The title of the video, we are rained out of the field. So I figured, you know what? Tonight would be a pretty good time for a live stream. Don't got a whole lot going on outside. Didn't really do much yesterday, so I honestly did 0 filming yesterday because we were rained out and I didn't have anything to film. Neva is going to be creeping in on the background. Oh, speaking over there, she is.
Hello.
Daddy Cornstar is supposed to be here at about any moment.
He's here.
He was actually supposed to be here a few minutes ago, but as you know, in Daddy Cornstar fashion, he just kind of takes his time.
I think that's all our fashion.
What are you eating, Neva?
A cookie.
Neva really likes cookies. Oh!
Which one were you?
I hear Daddy Cornstar. Can he find us? Oh, there he is.
Hi guys!
Hello.
I'm running late.
Is that new for you?
No, it isn't. Oh, good news everybody. I ran into a lady today that was 92 years young. She had a walker and she recognized me and she grabbed my hand and she talked to me, but she asked, when the merch comes out, is there going to be any Daddy Cornstar merch? So I came home and asked Cole. There's going to be.
There's going to be Daddy Cornstar merch. We are getting very close to having the merch drop. It just hasn't happened yet. Hey, by the way, guys, if you guys are liking this stream, there's 1,100 of you watching, but only 234 of you hit the thumbs up button. So hit the thumbs up button, guys.
You have a chair too, Neva?
I was gonna say.
Yeah, we're finding places. We had to find the area with the best lighting. But back to merch. We got the logo stuff done. We got everything to the guy who's going to put it on this stuff. We just got to run a few samples. And once we get some samples back, make sure we like it. It's going to be available for you guys.
So I hope more than one person buys a Daddy Cornstar shirt. Or I don't even know what the merch is going to be yet, I guess. So
Daddy Cornstar underwear.
No.
you can always turn it into a handkerchief.
Ooh, that cookie smells good, Neva.
Delicious.
You know, it wasn't very long ago. Didn't we just celebrate your 300,000 subscribers? And now we're at 330,000 or something. So this is just unreal. It is for me. I don't know about Cole and Neva here, but it's very, very exciting. And I don't know if you guys recognize Neva today or not. She had a birthday, so she aged.
Do I look old?
She's having a hard time seeing today. She had to go put her glasses on to go find some jars.
No, that's not true.
We pick on Neva, we pick on Natalie, we pick on Cooper, we pick on everybody, and we do it in good spirits. I mean, it's all fun, and we don't push it too far, but we do like to have fun out here with each other.
Hey, if someone wants to see you rock some pit vipers, you should go grab some.
I can get some pit vipers. Hold on for a minute. I think if Natalie can, or no, if Neva can see them. See, I can't even see Neva.
My name is Neva.
I corrected it right away.
What color?
Your favorite ones.
Alright, what's Leonardo's?
Maurice Korea, thank you for the donation.
What's Magorico?
That's her name. She said, I love your videos, watch them every day, and they put a smile on her face. It's what we like to see.
You gotta admit though, these pit vipers are very, very comfortable.
We need to get you a pair.
I should get some someday. I got stigmatism in my eyes, so things look a little bit blurry when not my
You got what?
stigmatism. So, but I still can see pretty
Why
good.
are you laughing?
Stigmatism. It's alright, that's kind of a tricky word.
It is a tricky word.
How do we get so good at the videos?
I don't think we hit that mark yet. I know I got a long ways to learn yet, because it's hard. You sometimes put the camera in one spot and you think it looks good, and then you look and it don't look right. And I hope in your eyes everything's looking good, but we can learn a lot of stuff yet.
And I'd say the biggest thing is just practice. I mean, at this point, we have like 220 videos out, so we just had a lot of practice. You do anything 220 times, you're probably going to get fairly proficient at it.
It was funny though, the night I was bored and I was sitting there looking at some of our old videos, even a year ago, how much different they look.
Oh, yeah. That was a really delayed reaction. Sorry, I'm trying to get up with some of your guys' super chats here. Andrew F., thank you for the donation. We have not planted any grass seed yet. We got, 3 inches of rain over the past 2 days. And a few people just a couple miles to the north of us, they got like 8 inches of rain. So we were pretty lucky to miss that. But right now everything's pretty saturated. So we weren't in the field yesterday. We weren't in the field today. It's too wet to do anything out in the yard. So I got to wait till it dries up a little bit. We'll get the yard smoothed out nicely, and then we'll get it seeded.
It's going to be a process on the yard too, because we need to work it up some. There's going to be a lot of debris that we need to be picking up, and so we're going to have to hit it different times with like a small disc or something to kind of get it smoothed out, get the clumps. And then July probably isn't the greatest month to plant grass seed.
No, it's not, but we don't always do things optimally around here. CNH, thank you for the donation. And then it says, when will we get some merch out? Well, it's coming pretty soon, so you guys just be patient. And remember, guys, there's almost 2,000 people watching, and we only got 1,000 people. Hit the thumbs up button. Come on, let's get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
I'm going to have to turn my phone on so I can read comments.
No, you just go off the top of your head.
That's what you do best.
Meredith Curry, thank you for the donation. Todd Flannery, thank you. And by the way, guys, everything that comes in on Super Chat related will be going towards house projects. Right now, the house project that we are very soon to be working on, it's in the designing stages right now, is the front porch. We had a guy come out. He did measurements and stuff. They're supposed to be building a computer model of it on the front of the house, and then we'll get a quote and, I guess, go from there.
And one nice thing, too, Cole, the donations and stuff, he's trying to put the money back in to improve videos and stuff. So I think Cole and Neva, you guys ordered, 3 new cameras the other day?
Yeah, that was a while ago, and that wasn't from your guys' donation stuff. That was just from YouTube.
Okay. But it's nice to try to improve stuff so we can do, you're taking the time to watch us and stuff. It's just fun to have, hopefully, good quality entertainment.
Exactly. And with the cameras, in the past, I don't know if you know it or not, but actually, we did all of our filming off iPhones. I have an iPhone 7. Dad has an iPhone 10. Neva has an iPhone 7. And iPhones and wind just don't mix. So we got cameras with good microphones on top that you can be out in 40-mile-an-hour winds. So now we can film anywhere. Darlene, thank you. I'm gonna butcher this last name. I apologize. Darlene Jordal, thank you for the donation. Chris, thank you. Man, it's getting warm in here. Christine, thank you.
And I'm over here in a blanket.
Yeah, and here's Nave over here with the blanket on.
They do say as you get older, your blood slows down, so that's probably why she's colder.
Yeah. A lot of people lately have been asking for longer videos. I would like to make longer videos, but at the same time, a longer video takes me a lot longer to make. Right now, I'm already at 6.5 hours a day on my computer editing for a 10-minute video. So if I did a 30-minute video, that's literally what I'd be doing all day.
And I don't know, this is my opinion too. Now and then it is nice to throw in longer videos, but I know all you people are busy, and sometimes when I sit down and watch a video, if it gets too long, I don't get to watch it all at that time, and then I try to come back later. So it's just nice, you'll be able to watch it quick, and it's over, and you get to go do other things. So, and I agree, sometimes it's nice to have some longer ones, but we don't want to make them so long that you get bored watching either.
Yeah, exactly. 10-minute videos are, where you can sit down on your bathroom break and, watch it, and you have enough time to do so.
Well, I know a lot of people, I should say a lot of people, but some people I've talked to too that work in the factories and different companies, they get like a 15-minute break, so they'll sit down and kind of watch it, have their pop or water or whatever they're doing and use the bathroom, and they're able to get back to work. So, I don't know.
Someone asked if I have sleep apnea.
I don't think so. Nope. No, he doesn't.
I sleep like a rock. Neva can attest, when we're hanging out, especially when we're at a family event, as soon as I sit down,
He's done for the night.
yeah.
You might have seen on one of the last videos not too long ago, we were all together and we fell asleep and Mama Cornstar came in and took a video of us. We were out.
We were tired.
We had 3 different couches or something we were laying on and we were all out.
How are your boots doing, Neva?
Aha. They're still stinky. I don't want to get to them. I'm trying to avoid it. Procrastinating that for sure. They stink. But Daddy Cornstar said he's gonna clean them for me. Right, DC?
I keep my boots clean.
You're avoiding my question.
And if you guys stay patient with us for a little while, pretty soon here we're gonna have some stuff out for some deals on some boots. But stay tuned for that. What's some stuff you guys want to be seeing some more of here on the channel? I mean, I try to keep things different in every video so nobody gets bored of the same thing, but is there something you guys like seeing more than others? I know the drone stuff here recently has been very popular. Seeing everything from really up high, just a different perspective. I know time lapses are fun. What else do you guys like to see?
That's always what I wonder too, if people want to hear more engine sounds and things or things moving around. So it is good to put your comments on that because that's how we learn. When we're out here, we don't want to be filming something we're doing that we might think's boring, but something that is very exciting for you guys to watch. And to me, that's what's kind of neat when we got Neva running around, Cole, Cooper, me, Mama Cornstar, sometimes with cameras. You get to see kind of what we're all different ones doing. And I know there's probably 3/4 of you that want to watch me more than Cole, but it's nice to have Cole in there too. And no, it's a family thing. It's really neat having all of us on there.
There are some days when we're recording too, like if Daddy Cornstar is in the majority of the video, let's say I'm running the sprayer or something, it is really hard to film when you're in the sprayer. So that's why these past few videos really haven't had Dad in them because he's been running the sprayer. And so it's just kind of the guy off doing all the wandering around jobs where stuff's actually going on instead of just doing the same thing over and over and over all day. Because it's actually really hard to make content interesting when you're just doing the same thing.
Yeah, that's true. And this last week, Cooper's been on vacation, so he hasn't been around this last week, and that's kind of why he's not been in the videos. And
do you like that the shed's been cleaned out beside the house, Dad?
I didn't even notice. It's starting to look really, really totally different over here at Cole's place. And my dad had a lot of stuff, but it's been kind of neat going through it, and sometimes it's disappointing. We ain't finding really, really cool stuff in the junk piles either.
You want to hold this for a second? I'm going to go get a drink.
All right. Oh, I didn't realize I still had my pit vipers on. Hold on here for a second. I'll see if I can. I'm not as fast as reader as Cole, so it's hard for me to see things here. Oh, let's read something here to me, Neva.
I'm trying to fast. Let me find a question.
Let's see.
There's not very many questions.
What are your future plans? Somebody's asking. My future plans is just to kick back, farm with the boys, and kind of let them step in a little bit more. hold on here. We'll get Cole back in a second to see drone footage. The sprayer time lapse would be cool. Oh yeah, I agree with you there. Try to get more, whatever you call it, the drone filming when the sprayer's going. I like that. That is pretty cool. I know he did a little bit of that the other day, and I even thought it was pretty cool.
They want to know how Roger the cat is doing.
You know, Roger the cat, he showed up for a while. I've only seen him twice since he's kind of been, he must be the neighborhood wanderer. I seen him over at the neighbors probably 3-4 weeks ago on their porch. And then one day he walked through our yard, but he acted like he didn't want nothing to do with us. So I'm pretty sure it was Roger. But we have another little tiger cat that showed up.
Yep.
So
You want to say his name?
I'll let Cole say his name, but Natalie found this little tiger cat, and he's a friendly little fart. Here, I'm going to put Cole back over so he can read these because they're going so fast.
You know what? Why don't I just wait for the formal introduction of the new cat? You guys have seen him before, but he didn't have a name back then. We'll give him the formal introduction to the name.
I'm going to turn on mine here and see if I can see what you guys are reading.
Are you on my Wi-Fi? You might want to get off. No, you're on LTE. Just make sure you're not on Wi-Fi. Hey, there we are.
Okay, we're going to check it out.
Because for some reason, if everybody's on, well, not for some reason, but if everybody's on Wi-Fi when we're live streaming, then it makes it really laggy. And that's not fun. On Wi-Fi when we're live streaming. Whoa.
Yeah, it's cool. I turn on my phone and then it's like 5 seconds behind Cole talking. There was one comment. Somebody asked what your future plans are.
I don't know which one you're pointing to. It moves so fast. Oh, we are at an awkward pause right now.
We are?
We're not talking.
Oh, is that what people are saying?
No, I'm just saying. Awkward pause. That's definitely something with live streaming. It's a skill you have to practice because you are sitting here talking to your phone. Well, I mean, talking to you guys, but you're not talking to a person face to face. So it's kind of challenging sometimes to keep conversation going.
I got one here that says, "Hey, I'm from Italy." That is just unreal. That is a long ways away. So thank you for watching our videos and joining us tonight. We kind of snuck in tonight, so we're a little bit earlier than normal, and me and Mama Cornstar had some graduation parties we want to go to tonight, and so things kind of got changed quick. Do we hunt? Somebody asked. I don't really hunt anymore. Used to do a little pheasant hunting and stuff, like to tag behind some other hunters, but I don't. Cole used to kind of more hunt.
Yeah, it's during our busy season though, so when you go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning and then you got to get up at 5 to you can go sit in a tree stand, and then you got to go work all day and do it again every day. It's not a whole lot of fun. And then if you get a critter, then you got to figure out how to get it out of where it's at. You got to bring it home. You got to, do the whole dressing and stuff, and then prepare the meat. So, it's just a long process. And when you're trying to combine corn in the middle of that, a little difficult. You ever stepped in rotten beans?
I've got my hands in rotten beans before, and it's horrible because you go to rub your nose or something, you can smell it. But the best thing I found with toothpaste and whose ever toothbrush isn't yours in the bathroom, you like clean your hands with it, and it takes the smell out.
Toothpaste might work, but don't do that with your toothbrush. Unless you don't like the person, then I suppose you probably could.
And then if you don't like them, dip it in stool afterwards and rinse it off. They'll never know.
Ooh, do we have any plans on improving the Ben site? Yes, we do. We have big plans for it. But big plans calls for big expenses, and big expenses means big money that I don't have. But yes, we do have plans. We would like to completely revamp our Ben site. Honestly, we'd like to move it. But that's something that's down the road here. We just got to kind of see what we can afford as we go along.
Are you planning on upgrading the combine anytime soon?
It would be really, really nice if we could get some little better grain prices and stuff. We're getting at the stage now, we actually need to kind of upgrade, bigger size, but there again, it's kind of dollar wise too, so we're going to kind of play that one out. It would be really, really nice.
Combines are expensive. Even if we were looking at one that's, say, like 7 years old or so, we're probably looking at about $130,000. I'd say at least. And then you got to buy a corn head, you got to buy a bean head, and those are probably in that $30,000 a piece range at least. At least, and probably closer to 50. So, I mean, right there, you're talking like almost $250,000.
That's kind of one thing about farming. Sometimes which area do you put money in? It all costs so much, and as you know, with your own normal living, or if you're younger, just going to the movies and out with friends, it takes a lot of money.
DC, did you live in this house when you were young?
I did. This house that Cole is living in, this was my dad's house. My dad was actually born in this house, and he actually died in this house. So I grew up in this house, and then we got a place down the road just a couple miles from this farm, and then that's where I moved in after I graduated from high school. So I just kind of stayed there, and it was pretty easy for Cole, after my dad passed away, for Cole just move into this place.
So someone's saying that your house and your dad's house are 2 miles away. Is that considered 2 farms or one big one?
I'd consider it 2 different farms. So, like, each individual parcel that we buy or rent, we consider to be a farm. So, even if it's 3 acres, that's considered a farm. That's how we kind of do it, I guess. So, yes, Dad has his own place, field, but, you know, we call it a farm, field. Kind of the same meaning for us, basically. The farm is the name of the whole operation, but we call a field a farm. Does that make sense? I hope it does.
And it's weird, if we ever, like when we buy a farm or something, we always kind of keep it the previous name people that owned it, because a lot of the older people around here, they still know that. Like, you know, we bought Mr. Smith's farm. People still know it as Mr. Smith. And it's kind of cool, I think, how, you know, you just keep a name on it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have some unique names for fields, but we have one that we have a trouble naming, but I think we finally figured out a name for it.
Which one's that?
West of your house.
Oh,
And
yeah.
we're just calling it west of his house.
It's kind of one of them farms that's all by itself, so I guess we could just call it Lonely.
Yeah, the lonely farm. When it comes to naming a farm, everybody has to be on the same page with it, though. Like, if Dad calls it a specific name when we start farming it, then it usually kind of just hangs with it. Or if Cooper calls it something, or if I call it something, and then it just kind of stays that way. You can't really change it once you've already named it.
I always like how everybody, you know, when we're videoing something, notices different things. One comment just asked if our old dump truck has seat belts because you guys weren't wearing them. They actually do have seat belts, but it's an older truck, so they're just lap seat belts. It's not the one that goes across your shoulders or anything, so they are hard to see, but I'm probably about guaranteeing they had their seat belts on. So, way to pay attention. I like that.
Yeah.
Can you describe the smell of rotten beans?
Oh, can we describe the smell of rotten beans?
Have you ever, this probably ain't even as bad, but if you took a whole bunch of food and you threw them in like a coffee can and set them in the garage for like 2 weeks in the hot, hot sun and opened the lid, it's even worse than that.
Yeah, like 10 times worse than that. The best way I can describe it, go find a wild, sickly cat and just wait for it to have the most rancid number 2 ever and step in it and then take that smell and double it. That is exactly how it smells.
Cole, can you and I swing dance?
Can Neva and I swing dance? not very well, but we can do some basic stuff.
It's actually fun watching them though when they dance because Cole flips Neva up in the air and over, and that is really neat to see. It's just fun.
Did you go to college?
I did not go to college. I went straight from high school. I was actually farming when I was a little boy. I was 12 years old or something when my dad couldn't claim me anymore. I had my own hogs and stuff, so I was making my own income. So I was basically one of them boys that I couldn't wait to get out of high school and get on the farm. I think Cole, I thought he bumped us off. But, sometimes it would have been maybe nice to go to college. But it's one of the things, if you put your heart to it and you're... What are you doing here, Cole?
I'm administrating.
Hey, Cole.
What?
How would you feel about me getting a hunting pew-pew?
Do you want a hunting pew-pew?
No, they're saying to get me one. I don't know how I feel about it. They scare me.
Yeah, Neva's been around pew-pews a couple times before.
She would do good. Well, that's one thing I always like with Neva when working around her or whatever. You always feel safe. You know that she's paying attention, and I don't worry about that stuff, I guess.
Someone asked if we'd ever get sheep for our farm. We actually used to have sheep out in the grove. They weren't ours. It was a neighbor's, and we rented the grove to them. But no, we don't plan on getting any sheep. Man, my phone is getting hot. I don't know why. By the way, tonight we are doing an hour-long live stream. So we're at 27 minutes now. So we got 33 minutes left.
There's one here. Somebody said you should give somebody your phone number. I did. I gave Cole and Neva my phone number.
You're silly. Do you like to fish?
I like fishing. I just don't do it a whole lot. It's probably been 7 years since I've been fishing.
Israel Waters, I love your comment. You should build Neva a pool.
No, Neva's not in a pool.
Not cool.
Cornstar Farms, Dad. How'd we get the name?
That actually came up from Cole, from his YouTube station, or what he wanted to name his YouTube station. He wanted to get something out there that was kind of catchy, that, would, I don't know how you say it, pull people's attention to it.
Yeah, it took me like a year and a half to think of Cole the Cornstar. Then one night, like 11:30 at night, I was just getting ready for bed, and just shut my light off, and then boom, it hit me. So I woke up. Well, I was already awake, but I got up, flipped open my laptop, made a YouTube channel called Cole the Cornstar real quick, and then I went back to bed, and the next day I got started on it.
Someone asked, Daddy Cornstar must be really, really proud of his sons. I am super proud of my sons. I'm really, really proud of my daughter. I'm proud of their girlfriends. And super...
Husband. Girlfriends and husband.
Your
Son.
daughter's husband.
Oh, yeah, I can't forget Jay. I'm very proud of Jay, too, my son-in-law. And I'm super, super proud of Mom for when I asked her to marry me, she said yes, or we wouldn't be here right now. So it's all boils down to Mama Cornstar.
If you had to get a different job...
I would probably die.
Oh, that was the cutest answer ever.
Because this is something I've been around all my life, and I really couldn't imagine doing something different. I just, and I hate to say it, I mean, I'm not putting down town life or nothing, but I'm so used to the country and out in the freedom, I don't think I could live in town.
Like, I don't know, the best way I can describe it is, like, imagine you're a little kid at, out visiting your grandparents out in the country, and you get to wake up in the morning and you get to go do whatever you want to do. I mean, honestly, that's us. Like, yes, we have things that we have to do when it comes to our job, like planting season, we have to plant. When we have to spray, we have to spray. When we have to harvest, we have to harvest. But we still get to be the controllers of what we get to do. No one's telling us, hey, you have to do this today, you have to do that. Well, sometimes, but most time, it's what we want to do.
But when we get the little vacations and stuff, I'm always proud to go to the towns, cities, ocean. We love going to the ocean and stuff. So it's neat for us to step away from the farm and see what goes on in the town and city life and stuff. So that's always really fun. Uh, I guess it's kind of what you get used to. I know there's some friends of mine that live in the cities and stuff. They couldn't imagine living out here in the country. I did have one friend one time that did come out and live in the country, and they didn't like it because, they didn't have their neighbors and friends, and it takes a little more planning for groceries and stuff. So,
What's your favorite vacation?
ooh, I don't know. Me and Mama Cornstar have been to like Hawaii and stuff. We had a lot of fun there. Used to have an aunt that had a cottage up in Massachusetts on the ocean, right on the ocean. That was a lot of fun. We enjoyed that, just sitting there watching that beautiful ocean.
That place is cool because it was literally a house on the beach on stilts. And like when the tides got really high, like the ocean would come under the house in different parts of the year. It was crazy. And sometimes you'd go there and the whole beach would just be rocks like this big, and they would really hurt to walk on. And then the next year you'd go there and it would just be a clean sand beach.
Wendy, I do have a sibling. I do have a sister. She's older than me and probably lives an hour from us. And that's the only one. I do have a stepbrother and stepsister, but they're kind of off doing their own things and really don't hardly ever see them.
What happens when we disagree on a big decision?
I gotta say I don't ever really remember battling about it, but most times it's just one of them things we got to kind of sit down and talk about. But it seems like we're pretty well on sync most of the times. Might have a little disagreement here and there where we kind of talk through it, and sometimes if it's Cole and Cooper against me, then I get outvoted. And
Usually when if we do have a big disagreement on a big decision, we have a big disagreement on it because we have a good reason for why our reason is better. And so we can usually justify that across on, for example, let's say Dad wants to do something and it's going to cost $500, and I can come back and say, no, let's not do that because we can do that for $50 or we can do that for free. And so, if I have a better reason for his reasoning, then we'll go with the other, as long as we're getting the same end result or something better.
And I know for me as a dad, a lot of times when I pull on the farm, whichever farm we're working on, if Cole and Cooper already got something a little different going than what I was thinking for the day, I just go with it, because we know it's got to be done. So
You like pineapple on your pizza?
I do not. I like it under my pizza. No, I'm not a pineapple eater. I will eat pineapple, don't get me wrong, but I like it sliced up on my plate and then I eat it that way.
What?
We're all looking at Neva here.
Yeah, pineapple's good. I'll eat it on pizza. It's not horrible, but I don't think it belongs on pizza. When you're hungry, you're hungry. Hey, thank you for the donation, Gil Moreau.
Very, very true.
Dalton is a family friend of ours. He's not related to us at all, but he does have a mullet. You guys haven't seen Dalton for a little while, though. He doesn't really come out anymore. Doesn't work here anymore.
Someone thinks I'm your sister. I'm not a sister.
Another guy asked if the farm's going to split up when Cooper and I are older, and then when Dad steps out of the farm. And then so would Cooper and I have smaller individual farms? And the answer to that is no. We do everything 100% together here. Dad and his dad always did everything together. And so we're just kind of stepping into those same shoes. And you get a lot further when you're working together than when you're trying to work separately.
That's kind of why one reason we try to look at the farm as one, not Cole's, Cooper's, mine, or we just try to look at it as one unit because it takes the whole team to make it work.
Someone asked if I broke something without telling you about it.
Oh, I'm sure it happens all the time.
Ooh.
I'm sure it does because, when you're out there working, you don't really, it's not a secret like you're trying to keep it from somebody. It just happened, and a lot of times you fix it and off you go.
But man, there are some days when stuff is just not going the way you want it to go, and if you already broken like 4 things, and then like something really big breaks, and you're just like, man, now I gotta call Dad, and he's not in a good mood, but you just try to make a joke about it.
I did the other day though. I was backing a semi up out of a field, and I knew that morning I should have filmed it when I got it from Cole's. The rear mud flap was gone, and I went to the field, and later I was backing up, and Cole was videoing it, and then he's like, "Oh, Dad knocked off the mud flap." It was off already, and we backed in the same ditch. So if he wouldn't have taken off, I'm sure I would have taken it off. But something like that's minor. You can just put it back on and.
Hey, my cousin's watching.
Hey, hi, neighbor's cousin.
Let me say hi to him. Hi, Ivan.
Is he the one who got pit vipers?
Yeah.
Hey, I hope you're wearing your pit vipers right now. Speaking of that, Neva's cousin has good taste because he wears pit vipers, just like us. He's the same. So you guys out there who haven't ordered your pit vipers yet.
Okay.
Oh, I was running over Dad's hand apparently.
Stuck between the thing here. Neva's brother was out the other day, and that was a real nice honor meeting him and stuff. Super nice boy. That was really nice.
Do you remember his name?
Neva likes to put me on the spot.
His name's Braulio. It's hard to pronounce.
Oh, let's see here.
Guys, 3,700 people are watching and only 2,400 people have hit the thumbs up button. You guys know the drill. You know what to do.
Cody is asking, is Cooper going to go to college? He's going to be a senior this year in high school, but on his 11th grade year last year, he took a welding course in one of our colleges from 7 o'clock in the morning till noon. So he is been taking some college courses and doing welding. That's where he's getting his really, really good welding skills.
Absolutely. Hey, by the way, guys, what do you guys think of this kind of hat style with like the logo being in the center like this? Personally, I really like it, but we also have the ability to put it over here on the side. So what do you guys think? Man, my phone is amazingly hot right now.
And Boot said, Happy Father's Day from one father to another. So happy Father's Day to all you guys. And happy Father's Day to the ones that don't know they're going to be a father yet.
Ooh, a lot of people like it in the middle like this. I think we're going to have a style just like this.
I know, isn't that so cute? I love it.
I got to send it to the guy.
I love it.
Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm kind of all over the place with my camera right now. I don't have a tripod tall enough to set it up in the air, and I don't want to lay on the floor. And I have to hold my phone sideways, otherwise you guys can't see me full screen. Ah, man, the struggles of being a YouTuber, I tell you what.
Who built the farm back in 1917? Hillebrecks were their last name. But they lost it in, the 30s from the Depression, and then my grandma and grandpa bought it.
Mm-hmm. I'd show you guys out the window right now, but the windows are really dirty and have not been cleaned in a very, very long time. But the house right across the road is actually where Dad's grandpa grew up.
My cousin and uncle actually live across the road here, so it's close. But we still got a long driveway here on Cole's side and their side, so we still get our privacy and they get their privacy.
Exactly. It's kind of nice being able to be distanced away from people a little bit. That way, when you want to be on your own, you can. But when you want to be around people, you're not very far away.
Let's see.
People are suggesting that I use a different app to stream with. I might have to look into that. Because apparently I can use my big camera. I'm honestly really new to this live streaming thing. It's not something I do a whole lot, and I am definitely a student to this. I don't know everything by any means at all.
Somebody asked, what's the best tool you carry on you? My best tool is probably my cell phone because you can search anything you want on it.
That's true.
From
Unless
parts
your
to...
phone's dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neva's phone's always dead, so not very...
Somebody said stop bouncing the phone, Cole.
Oh, I'm sorry for bouncing the phone.
You're making people throw up. You're getting dizzy.
All right, I'll set it on my leg here, but that's not much stabler.
No, especially because you're on a rocking chair.
I am in a rocking chair.
Yeah, somebody says you're making us sick.
Aww.
It probably is bouncy back there, so it is Cole's fault because he is holding the phone. And I wanted to thank people too. We do get quite a bit of fan mail and stuff. I kind of fell back behind a little bit on sending out thank yous and stuff. So I wanted to say thank you in person for that. I did yesterday got a brand new rake for the cemetery, so that's going to be coming out, and I'm going to have Neva run that when we're in the cemetery. But some of the things we get is just, it's, I don't know, very special. Very special.
Very special.
And things we don't expect, but when people send it, I mean, it is. It's,
Yeah, it means the world.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
yeah, it is. So. And it's nice too. We have a lot of people walk up to us on the street and say hi. And actually, our FedEx man one day stopped and he's like, "Wow, it's you guys, Daddy Cornstar," and came over, and that was nice that he said hi. And we know that he.
Yeah, if you guys ever see us in person, please don't be afraid to say hi. I mean, we're normal people, so.
And if you recognize me and come running over, usually Cole's not too far away. You want to tell him why?
Len, thank you for the donation of $50. That is extremely kind of you. You don't have to do that, but thank you.
How long did it take for those trees to burn in the hole?
David Yaz, thank you for the donation. The trees that we dug, the hole that we dug in the yard and then burned the trees in, it took 2 days for the trees to burn in.
And I know in the videos, them trees looked really good, but no joke, they were getting really rotten inside. 2011, we had a really bad windstorm come, and it did a lot of damage to a lot of trees around here. And a lot of these trees were pretty old. They were been putting a lot of branches, a lot of dead trees in our yard. Did I say something wrong? Naven's over there laughing.
Weird comments.
So even when we've been knocking them down, some of them are rotten inside. We did have some people going to come out and cut up some, but when they got out here, they realized a lot of them are rotten. So they just need to be out of our way so we can redo the yard and make it look nice.
One of them was so rotten that as soon as Ron touched it with the excavator, it just shot over. It was pretty sad how bad it was, actually. The farm looks a lot different, though, doesn't it, though?
Yeah. Let's see here.
Got any questions for us, Neva?
I'm looking.
Someone asked why I didn't kick Cooper out of the 340 since I was the one who bought it. Well, I figured he's running it. The planter's moving back and forth. I had other jobs I had to do.
I got a guy that just sent me a text, but the other day when Neva's birthday was, I told her at her age now to never trust a fart. Well, a friend of ours, his name's Kevin, I'm going to put his name out there. He told me a few years back he was working construction, and he asked a friend of his to pull his finger, and, well, let's just say he said it was a very uncomfortable afternoon. So you never trust them. So thank you, Kevin, for that. I still crack up. And Kevin has a mother, too, that's 97 years old. And she just loves watching our videos, and to us, that's a true honor there when you got people from little bitty ages to 97. That's our oldest fan that we know of, and it was.
And we've been told she plans her supper time meals around our videos. That's pretty cool.
Dude, that's awesome. All right, let's talk Mama Cornstar really quick. What's your guys' favorite meal The Mama Corn Star.
Favorite Mama Corn Star meal?
Ooh. Mama Corn Star is a very good cook.
Definitely not hamburgers. She makes them too dry.
I thought they were good. I thought they were good. Mama Corn Star, they were good.
I'm not complaining about Mama's Corn Star's food, or she'll. I won't be eating no more.
Okay, I'll take this back. When we were younger, she would always make them super dry. But now she's getting better. She's learning.
Okay.
You just don't want Daddy Cornstar to do any of the grilling. Unless you want a stinking hockey puck.
No lie, it was probably a month or so ago. I was grilling and I went in the house for a few minutes and I looked out and I don't know what went wrong with our grill, but the whole thing was a big ball of fire and I was trying to get the gas shut off and it wasn't pretty.
No, but DC, don't apologize. That's their mistake. You were making beef jerky.
Yeah. I like how Neva thinks really, really quick.
So, did you guys answer your favorite meal then?
No, we haven't answered favorite meal. I gotta go with handballs from Mama Cornstar. She makes some good handballs.
I like the pasta she makes. See some comments there?
We're doing our best to try to answer all your questions, guys. There's just a lot of them coming in, so if I don't answer your question right away, don't be discouraged.
More for us. I sometimes wish we could hear you guys because it'd be really fun to talk and to listen to you. And
Yeah, YouTube needs to make something like that where like people can join in and you can like cycle through so you can talk to someone for like 15 seconds or whatever. That'd be pretty cool.
I think they do have something like that.
They might have something like that, but I don't know how to do it.
because when we bump into people in town too, sometimes they think we're totally different than everybody else, and we're just like you guys. We're struggling along. So to me, sometimes I want to ask people more about their lives and stuff. It's pretty neat.
It sounds like we're not the only ones who are rained out of the field right now. We've been pretty lucky this spring with the overall weather, though. It's been pretty nice. We've had really good stretches of field work, and then we've been getting some timely rains. What's the most expensive thing you've ever broken, Dad?
Oh wow! I'm trying to think. I don't know.
You burned a couple combines.
Yeah, I've had a couple combines catch on fire. I had a tractor burn up one time when I was running it. So.
How many combines have you burned? 2?
I've had 2 combines catch on fire while I was running them. One burnt to the ground completely, and one tractor burnt to the ground completely. So.
He's expensive to have around, I tell you what.
Yeah.
Most expensive thing I've broken? I had a tractor catch on fire on me once, and it burned the inside duals on the front. So those were ruined. So I don't know, that was probably a $4,000 breakdown. Trying to think.
Somebody just.
Oh, I know what it was. This past spring, I was driving the sprayer down the road 28 miles an hour, and then next thing you know, boom! The front drive hub just exploded on the right side, and come to find out, I was really lucky that it didn't lock up and drag me into the ditch. That was like a $5,000 part, and then like a $600 repair bill, so.
You sounded like backfiring from the dump truck when you did
Somebody asked why Mama Cornstar doesn't show her face. I don't know, but we can tell them where she could see Mama Cornstar, can't we?
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. But I will say this. If you guys haven't checked out Summer's channel, my sister, called Some Good Stuff, S-U-M, then Good Stuff, then I guess you're missing out on things.
Yeah, and then don't forget to check out, if you haven't checked out Neva's YouTube channel too, check her out. I know Summer has been very tickled with people watching hers. Neva's been doing really, really good too. So, sometimes we get to pop up in their videos. I know I've been in Summer's a few times helping her and stuff. And it's a really neat thing.
Eddie Copage, thank you for the donation.
I thought maybe Mama Cornstar might make it tonight. She was doing some stuff when I left and wasn't quite ready to come over, so
When are you gonna get a dirt bike?
I just ride Neva's when she's not looking at me, and then Cole's now when he's got it sitting around.
And he wonders why I run out of gas.
Neva
Cool.
ran out of gas one night.
Cole, am I a good cook?
Neva is a good cook. Unless she burns something, which isn't common, but it's happened before.
Do we have insurance on the combines? Yes, we do. We have insurance basically on everything, unless it's something older, that kind of stuff we don't. But yeah, and most of the equipment we do.
What's your favorite sport?
We don't really watch sports.
Farming.
Yeah, farming's my favorite sport.
Oh, we apologize about the delays here. These little things, it's funny on our side, and I don't know if it's on your side too, reading the comments. Like here, they go really fast. About the time you put your eye on it, there's 10 more that zoom that one up. And
Oh, Mama Cornstar's in the chat. She says she does not really like to make homemade pizza. Interesting. Christopher Holly, thank you for the donation. Sometimes Mom makes homemade bread, and that is really good. She makes homemade bread with soups. During the harvest time, we eat a lot of soup. Mom just sticks it in the crock pot. Really doesn't get much better than that. That's pretty good stuff. Kind of forgot about the soups. How much weight can you bench, Neva?
Can I bench? Nothing. I'm so weak when it comes to benching. How much can I bench, Cole?
You did 55. I'm pretty sure.
55. I'm weak. But Cole, let's talk about how much you bench, Cole.
Nah, just a little bit more than her.
Someone said it looks like you're gaining weight. Guys, he's not gaining weight. Well, I guess he is, but it's not like fat. It's muscle weight. He's getting strong. Why don't you show off your muscles, Cole?
Because you guys are seeing me from down here. No, in the past 2 months, I've been lifting with some high school boys and one of my other friends, and I don't know, we've just been lifting a lot. I've probably gained 10 pounds since I've started working out with them.
All muscle.
somebody asked, does Mama Cornstar make homemade pizza? Not very often, but when she does, oh boy, I like it.
You guys just like pizza.
And somebody asked, do we plan on getting the old Oliver tractor running? That was one that was kind of our little favorite around here. We got the other one. So Cooper asked if we could keep that one and redo that one. So we are going to keep that one. So hopefully this winter or something, we can start on that one. We need to get it inside pretty soon, and it would be fun to redo. Oh, and then the guys that bought the old John Deere tractors and stuff, talked to them today. And I think they're going to try to do some little videos now and then on the tractors, the old 630 John Deere. They got it tore apart, and they're hoping to try to get it started in the next few weeks. So that'd be kind of fun if they can send some little updates on that so we can all see how they're doing. Our good friend that bought the Model T, he's been kind of doing some work on that. We got to see that the other day, but we forgot our cameras. So hopefully we get some videos on that kind of stuff too.
Who's stronger, you or me?
Well, there's different strength there, I gotta say.
There is.
Like heavy lifting, it'd be cool, but like grip strength and stuff, it would be me. I mean, there's some things I can carry different, stronger than Cole. So it's a whole different strength there, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, there's something to be said about farm strength, versus weight room strength. But like, for example, if I have a bolt that's tight, Dad will be able to get it way tighter than I can, or he'll be able to get it off, or like squeeze vice grips, whatever. Like what he can squeeze with one hand, it takes me two to do. But, if it came to bench pressing or squatting or anything like that, like I'd be stronger than him. So it's interesting.
Overall, they're both strong. Okay, what's the greatest lesson you guys have learned from the original Cornstar Grandpa Cornstar.
Greatest lesson we've learned from Grandpa Cornstar.
I would say my greatest from Grandpa Cornstar is patience, listening, and not trying to be the one overseeing everybody or overshadowing everybody. Kind of to be there to help out and to protect or whatever. I don't know what quite the right words are, but a lot of wisdom. And I gotta admit, when my dad died, I was actually holding his hand and I had my other hand on his heart. It was like when he was passing, it was kind of a weird feeling. He was like gripping my hand and then he squeezed it kind of tight, and it was just like he was passing himself into me. And, you know, it was kind of weird, but later it was kind of quite the cool feeling too, if you want to say that, to be there. And
now, one thing about Grandpa Cornstar, Grandpa was stronger than all of us.
he was strong.
He could set a pair of ice grips so tight. I mean, you get a hammer to take the things off, and you could hardly get them off when you were tapping the little release thing. Yeah, it's incredible.
But Grandpa, my dad, had these huge wrists, and like if he'd buy a new watch with the wristband, you know, it stretched, they had to add on to a bunch of it to get it to fit around his wrist.
When he'd go to the Farm Progress show and, you know, you get the wristband for your wrist, they'd have to take two of them and put them together. I bet Grandpa's wrist was as thick as, like, right at my elbow. It was, and that's, like, on me, like 9.5 inches around.
Yeah, it was kind of cool.
We got just about 3 minutes left in live stream, guys. So if you got anything you want to say before we go, and any questions answered, or anything like that.
I don't know about your guys' end, but when Cole just said we've been almost on for an hour, to me it felt like 15 minutes. It just, the time flies. And it's nice to jump on live stream now and then to kind of visit one-on-one and just show everybody how, for us to show you guys how much it means to have you kind of watch what Cole sees in his eyes through the camera.
Ooh, how tall is Cole Cornstar? How tall do you think I am, Dad?
Ooh, 5'9" or something, 5'10". How far am I off?
Is that you, Neva?
I wanted to try it. Wait, you didn't read what it said.
Neva just said, I'm waiting for Neva. Thank you for the donation.
Cooper is in high school. He does live at home. He's going to be a senior this coming year. So he's 17 years old, Cooper is. So he's got rules and things he's got to follow at home yet.
Eric Hoosman, thank you for the donation. Why do we use the Bobcat more than the demo unit?
Well, the demo unit, you know, when they're letting you demo it and stuff, we want to make sure we're careful with it, not to scratch it and different things. So we're using it in the cemetery quite a bit. And, you know, if we're doing rougher stuff, we want to use our own yet. So that's kind of the reason we've been using the demo for some of that stuff. And that's why we've been having Neva run it too, to get the girl's view of it, to make sure she likes it and everything. And so that's kind of what we got going with the...
Yeah, so there could possibly be a new skid loader down the road. Who knows? We'll see.
I like it.
Neva likes it because it has air conditioning and has a place where she can charge her phone and is quiet.
And she can control the stereo off of her phone, if I'm thinking right.
Really?
Yeah, maybe it's just Cooper.
Haven't even showed me this feature yet.
Oh, Cooper does it then. He got it tuned to
Bluetooth, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, good to know.
And yes, someone just asked if this is the video for today. It is. I had no footage from yesterday because we were inside doing random stuff because it was raining yesterday. It's been raining today.
It's yucky today.
So you guys get a live stream instead. Oh, we got 30 seconds left in the live stream, guys. So, you know, I suppose we're probably getting pretty close to the end here. Someone asked what are my favorite Bible verses. Well, our favorite Bible verse. Mine, I'm going to go with the cheesy one here, John 3:16. I like it.
Somebody said what?
Psalms 119:11.
Mama Cornstar just said Philippians 4:6 is her favorite. I honestly don't know what Dad's is.
Oh.
There's a lot of good ones. Psalm 91's a good one too. I like it. All right, guys. We're at an hour. We're going to cut off the live stream here.
Somebody said thank you for the videos and stuff. They feel like a big part of the family out here. We welcome you aboard as a family member because we do want you all to feel a part of us, and it's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. We really appreciate you guys. You guys are the best and super sweet and encouraging. So we really appreciate that. Also, I just want to say thank you so much, everyone, for all the birthday wishes. It meant the world to me. You guys are amazing. It made me smile really big. So thank you.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back on Monday with another video. Thanks for watching.
Night, everybody.
Bye.